So hello my friends, what is up? I hope all of you are doing well and thanks ever so much for tuning in. So guys, I just wanted to, really quickly say, I know that people in the past have reached out to me with regards of like how to support my channel and things like that. And I've actually registered for coffee. Hey. If you did, feel like supporting the channel, there's a little option of like buying me a coffee or something like that. It's just a very small donation, but of course it goes a very, very long way. But of course, the biggest thing I can have is your support. So thank you ever so much, for watching all these videos, and I hope you're still enjoying them all these years later. It's been 13 years and at last the silence has been broken from Camp Genghis Tron. So join me this week as I am going in on Dream Weapon, the band's brand new album. The entire album is a lot more soft and more measured. It never gets to that feral point that we've known from Genghis Tron in the past. But the most important thing is that it still feels like Genghis Tron. The focus is now kind of on the nuances and looking almost at the journey of the song. So some of the songs on this album are quite long, but they really take you through all these different sort of universes in just one song as well. The songs still, of course, have that signature Genghis Tron critical mass, but instead of it being kind of like this really big, distorted kind of craziness, it's more a repetition and kind of changing dynamics here and there to create that sound getting bigger and bigger and bigger. So instead of it being kind of like a light, dark sort of aesthetic that they had previously, the synthesizers really kind of shape the entire song, and they're kind of assimilated into the whole thing. This is also the first time that the band have had Tony Wolski, who is a singer in The Armed, and has a really different kind of way of singing. And if anything, he kind of adds to that sort of layer of synthesizers, and sometimes he can be the focal point of the song, but a lot of the times he kind of acts as another layer that just builds on this, kind of ever expanding sound. The next big difference is obviously the fact that this is the first album to have a real human drummer on there. He goes by the name of Nick Yakashin, and he plays in Sumac, Baptists, and he's an amazing heavy hitter. I think a perfect example of just how kind of dynamic he is as a drummer is Alone in the Heart of the Light. But then the thing is with Nick Yakashin is he has that ability to be very much robotic, but also allows for a sense of free form playing at the same time. And you can see that on Single Black Point really, really well, because it's a fairly simplistic drum beat, but once he brings those fills in, it changes the dynamic completely. So Genghis Tron have kind of got this great marriage of worlds, which is kind of, a passive listen where you can just kind of like get lost in there, but you can also have more of an active listen where you can listen to, little melodies here and there. Atmosphere is really key on this album. And that's very much to do, I think, with some of the interludes that tie these songs together. So you've got Exit Perfect Mind and Desert Stairs. But then at the end of the album, you've also got Great Mother. And Great Mother takes from Exit Perfect Mind in that first melody. So it creates like a nice little bookend and really kind of pushes that melody to become the climactic situation of the album and really creates that big finale sort of song. And you are 100% looking at an album of the year here. There's so much to kind of glean from every single listen in Genghis Tron, and that is exactly what happens with Dream Weapon. It's a fantastic record. So thank you so much for checking out this album review. If you're a fan of Genghis Tron and geek out about them like I do, I had a chat with Mike, and you can check that out right here. Let me know what you think of the interview and also obviously this review. And other than that, I will see you guys next week for another album review. Take care, my friends, and have a nice weekend.